and welcome to Dave B's Kitchen. For today's theme, I thought we would make a birthday cake. Since I'll be turning 60 this year, what better excuse could I have than to bake myself a cake? After giving this some thought, I have narrowed down the selection to 3 options. I love cheesecake. Who doesn't love chocolate cake? And of course, carrot cakes always has been a favorite of mine. My wife Melanie said I needed to compromise and make a selection. So I did compromise and decided to make a 3-tiered 9-layer cake. The base layer will be cheesecake, followed by 4 layers of chocolate and 4 layers of carrot. I have not decided on a filling for the layers yet, but I do intend to have a ganache or pudding for the devil's chocolate cake. I'm thinking about a traditional cream cheese or maybe a lemon curd or coconut curd for the carrot cake filling. Starting with the cheesecake, we'll make a sweet cookie base, and then our filling will be comprised of 3 pounds of cream cheese, 1 3/4 cup of sugar, 1 1/4 cup of flour, 3 eggs, about 3 tablespoons of vanilla extract, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 3/4 of a cup of sour cream. Let's go ahead and get started.
Dave is now tracing each of his baking pans onto parchment paper. This will give him an accurate circle to place inside the baking pan. He will lightly spray each pan with baking spray before he places the parchment circle inside. He will then spray the parchment lightly again with the baking spray and then coat with either confectioner's sugar or flour. Doing this will ensure an easy release of your finished cake product. is now preparing the chocolate custard filling. He will do this by heating the heavy cream to a simmer and adding bittersweet chocolate and whisking together until melted and combined. Then he will slowly add a small amount of the warm heavy cream to the egg yolk and sugar mixture. This will temper the yolks and prevent them from scrambling. Return tempered egg yolks to heavy cream and bring to a first boil. At this point, custard should be thickened. You can now remove from the heat and cool. Dave is now preparing whipped cream that he will use as both a frosting and a filling for his cakes. The whipped cream needs to be stabilized first. To do this, you will soften your cream cheese and begin to whip, and then add in your heavy cream and continue to whip until frosting consistency is achieved. You can also add any flavoring to this. Dave used cherry extract, but you could also use vanilla, almond, lemon, whatever you prefer. Dave is now preparing the chocolate ganache, which he will use to frost his chocolate cakes. This is made by heating heavy cream to a light simmer and then pouring over chopped bittersweet chocolate and whisking until the chocolate melts and thickens slightly. Once cool, you can transfer this to a mixer and whip. Dave is now preparing the cream cheese filling and frosting that he will be using on the carrot cake. He is using a combination of cream cheese, butter, powdered sugar, and he used cherry extract, but you could use vanilla, almond, lemon, or any flavor that you would like. Whip until combined. Dave will now begin the assembly of his cake. As you can see, the first layer will be the cheesecake. The next layer will be chocolate. He is cutting his one chocolate cake in half to make 2 layers, and he will also do this with the second chocolate cake. Dave is now adding a small amount of his previously prepared cream cheese frosting to the top of his cheesecake. This will help when he starts to assemble and will give the cake stability and help the chocolate cake to adhere to the cheesecake. Dave is now adding a layer of his previously prepared chocolate custard to the top of his first chocolate layer. Extra flavor, Dave is now adding sweet dark cherries that he has previously pitted and cut in half and has soaked in cherry liqueur. He will place them between all the chocolate layers before topping with his whipped cream topping. Dave is now brushing his next chocolate layer with the cherry liqueur from his soaking dark sweet cherries. We discovered that chopsticks left from Chinese takeout are very versatile and very handy when you need to stabilize a cake. Dave will now cut the remaining 2 cakes, which are carrot. They will be the final 4 layers of his masterpiece. Dave is now piping his previously prepared cream cheese filling onto his carrot cake layers. The 9 layers have been assembled, and now it is time for Dave to apply his chocolate ganache and his cream cheese frosting. Dave has filled a disposable pastry bag with his stabilized whipped cream and is now putting his finishing touches on his cake. Dave's masterpiece is complete. Can't wait for a taste test. Cutting and serving a 9-layer cake is not as easy as you might think. Remember the chopsticks? Yep, we found them. Hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. We're gonna go eat cake now.